Hello everyone, this is Loise and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you well, habari yako. So in today's video we'll be talking about my first, and my first is me talking about my first experiences in my life. And so I will start with my very first job, an Insta promo. I remember I was promoting far, either far or long. I was situated in this supermarket in town. By that time it was called Ukwala, but I know they all closed. So that is not the part I want to talk about. I want to talk about going for that interview. And I remember me sitting in the reception area and all these ladies were talking about how promo jobs are. I had no clue what promo jobs are, how the standing hours are. I was like, you mean I came for standing hours? And I remember those ladies saying that, you get tired, but the money is sweet. Once the money hits your account, you actually forget about the tiresomeness. And I was like, okay, that compensated. And I remember that my very first job, it's where I learned about the song Napenda Ukinitendea by Christine Shusho. That way actually, because there was a lady who was giving a testimony about how she loved the song, how the song inspires her, how song has done this and that, how that song is ever on her repeat mode. And also I remember, okay, at the reception there was this big television, but that time I didn't even know. Anyway, there was this family reality show that was displayed, and that time they talked about, those are the Kardashians. So yeah, that's how I got to learn about the Kardashians at my very first job interview at the reception area. Exactly. When I go to the supermarket, hey, that JaiSab, it was real. I was standing for all these hours. You're in the supermarket, I'm standing. In as much as still young, you still get tired. Get what I'm talking about? And I remember I would go home and sleep and do nothing. And thank God my mama she's a very, very supportive woman, and she was like, okay, it's okay, baby girl. She would literally wash my clothes. Like for the first month of me doing promos, I did nothing at home. Okay, I would just like wake up, bath, eat, go to work, come back home, bath, eat, go to sleep. That was the cycle for almost 30 days, because it was a back-to-back promo for a whole month. So I remember that whole month I did nothing at home. My mama used to do everything, like literally everything, and by that time she was also working. So thank you very much, mama. Like my legs would pain, my back would pain, and then I'll get there and I'll literally say, and guess what, I did hit the target. That's my very, very first experience with a promo job. So something else about my first, I will talk about my first moving out from my mom's place. I actually didn't want to move out, like literally I didn't want to move out at my mom's place, but God kind of brought this kind of unsolvable situation, and thank God you have overcome that with my mom. I remember like even when I paid my deposit for my very first house, I didn't move in. I stayed like 15 more days at my mom's place. These 15 days I had removed out everything of mine, so only had the clothing that was changing, you know what I'm talking about. And even if I needed an extra clothes, then I'll go to my house, the one that I had paid deposit for, and actually I had paid full amount, not even just deposit. I had paid full amount, but I just didn't want to move out. And so I remember getting to a point whereby this situation is so unpleasant, the environment is becoming way too toxic, something at this point couldn't bear anymore. And so I remember my aunt, because actually it got to a point where I had to remove some of our family members, my aunt telling me, baby girl, sometimes get to a point whereby you just have to move out for you to have peace between you two and for the respect to continue. I remember after those 15 days I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I will have to move out. I didn't want to move out, not just because of bills, but because I love living with my mama. I love that woman so much. So my other first was my very first event, because I manage event. I'm an event planner, and I remember my very first baby shower was of my former schoolmate. I didn't find her at school, but we happened to be in the same musical group. It was called Jao, and I remember planning her baby shower. This lady, I had kind of stayed for a duration, not even talking to her. And I remember when I learned that she was pregnant, I went and organized all her friends, people that I didn't even know. I just like had a single contact of one of her friend, and I remember going to her inbox and asking her, hi girl, so yeah, I'm thinking you can do this for Lucy, and so I will need like this number of ladies, and don't forget it will be a surprise baby shower. She doesn't have to know. I created a WhatsApp group, I came up with a checklist, and all this they did cooperate, and that baby shower was it was very, very, very successful. One thing about managing events is get people who are ready to cooperate, people who are ready to match with the vibe that you're actually giving out. One mistake that I did during that event is I had not planned beforehand on how I'll be able to transport some of my materials, because I remember I was carrying my laptop, I had my cake because I was the one who was carrying the cake and some other things. Okay, because I did use public means. I'd put my laptops on my thighs, and guess what? I kind of forgot that there was a laptop in my bag, and so I put everything on top of my bag, and so my laptop cracked. But it still works, but it cracks. So the transport bit of it, apparently I worked so well on other people transport and all that, I forgot about my transportation. But what I did learn is, when you have good friends in your life, they will go any level to actually give you a good day and a smiling day. Yes, my other first was my very first outing. I remember it was along the road. And guess what? I remember him asking me to buy some foodstuffs. What I did, I was late to the place, so I remember him asking me, "Can't you buy some stuff?" And then for us to eat. And I went and I bought, but I overbought. Yes, I didn't have a lot of cash with me, but I overbought. And at the moment, okay, so when I got to the venue, I was like, is this okay, you get it? And I was like, yeah, we have to eat, it is us who will be eating, it is ours. Let me tell you some. Yes, we ate, but we didn't eat all of it. But now I've come to know why, because anytime I'm planning food for a very small number, I have a budget the food. Anytime I'm managing food for people who are close to me, like my friends, my people that I care about, I always cook more than I should. And this is because I come from a family of 3 people, and my mom, how she cooks is that anytime you get into that house, there is food in the sofaria. I'm talking about, you're living 3 people, but the food that will be cooked, it's a food that you can eat this dinner time, breakfast, lunch time, at 4 p.m. and also probably at dinner. Understand? So this food is going like for 12 hours, right? Let me tell you some. Up to date, I don't like eating like those breakfast meals during breakfast. I love eating the food that we cooked yesterday, the food that remained yesterday. That's what I love eating in the morning. I so much got used to it, because also growing with my granny, what had remained in yesterday's supper, that exactly what you'd eat in the morning. Right now, because I'm living by myself, what I cooked yesterday is what I will eat in the morning. Let's talk about my very first time using an ATM machine. That day, it's very, very, very hectic when you actually don't know what you're doing. You get scared, you're worried, because for me at first I thought I was actually an illiterate who had just come out of high school without knowing how to use an ATM. Actually, I thought I missed a class, until when I talked with a friend of mine, and he was like, "Jane, isn't that everybody's first issue?" I was like, "Oh, so you mean it is not only me?" And then my very first time walking to an ATM machine, my mind was, when this card stays longer there, it's gonna be swallowed, and that means I will have to apply a new one. And then by that time, I didn't know how this banking system works and all that, so I was worried that my card will be swallowed. So it's me going and pressing, very, very fast pressing, and just getting out of there, because I didn't want my card to be swallowed. I just wanted to get my money, and that would be it. Man, I remember a security guard coming to me, and she was like, "Madam, are you okay?" I was like, yes, because one day I didn't want to tell her that I'm not okay, so she doesn't think, because me, I thought she would actually think I'm a thief, and and so I remember when I walked out of there, when that security guard came to me, stopped me, and asked whether I'm okay. When I walked out of that ATM machine, I decided that I will learn how to use ATM machine with full confidence. I will have confidence if this card gonna be swallowed, it will be swallowed as long as I learn. And when I actually learned how this thing go around, I did a video on how to withdraw money from an ATM. So actually do check it out, and don't have a very embarrassing moment like the one I did, because I did have an embarrassing moment. Yes. The very, very first YouTube video, I remember I uploaded my brother's video I think that was my very first video. My brother's video when he was playing football at Ziwani playground, and yeah, it got some views. But that time, I was just I was just uploading videos on YouTube, nothing more, nothing. There's no vision, there was no mission. It's me just doing my thing. So in this video, these are my very first experiences that I will be talking about. Probably in my next vlog, I'll definitely I will talk about my first. There's some other first that I talked about here, or maybe my second, I don't know. Yes. So thank you very much for watching this video. May God bless you and have a lovely one. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and also like this video. It actually do help. So thank you very much and may God bless you. Bye.